Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Hyun. Welcome to a brand new video. So it's been around 7 months since we made the part 1 to this, but we're finally back. We have 7 games. We're at 20 peaked games in total, and we're done now. We're done with ranked. It's over. We're back and we're rating the rest of the games we peaked in. So if you do enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, turn on post notifications, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into this shit. For the first game we have Overwatch 2. It's very hard to place this game because I would say it's in between medium and super difficult. I would say super difficult because this game is now at a point of being so dead that the only people you run into are just drunk people that just don't give a shit about the game. And the problem with that, it's based around roles, so you do need to give a shit about it. So you tend to lose games, or you have games where your entire team's rejoining the DC spamming, and it makes it pretty hard to climb. Especially when you have, I believe, well at the time it was 15, but now it's like 7, I think. You have sets of 7 that you have to win a certain amount of games within, and then if you do good in that set of time, you get upbeat. If you don't, you go, yeah, no, we peaked master there. I would say I'm morally a diamond, but hey, I mean, it was fairly difficult to get to that point, I would say. If I'm being completely honest too, I don't even like Overwatch. The only reason I actually bought it originally was because I was talking to this girl at the time who liked it, and dumb simp bought the game, and then not even a year later Overwatch 2 came out, and I was like, well, I still gotta get my money's worth. And just if you're wondering, I didn't even fuck with a bitch, so I'm gonna kill myself. On to the next one, we got Asphalt 9. I ended up peaking in this one in a whim. I was just playing in a tournament and I did really good in it. Honestly, I would say fairly easy and enjoyable. The only thing you have to really watch out for is getting griefed. Speaking of racing games, the next one we have is Rocket Racing, and honestly, just like Asphalt 9, I'm gonna place it in easy, but unlike getting griefed, you're just getting killed by the fucking glitches. I can't say if the game's been fixed. I peaked in the first week, but I'll be honest, we're not gonna find out. As for our next game, we have CS2. I started playing this game when I was around 15 years old. Gave me a gambling addiction and probably ate around $200 of mine. Kind of unfortunate, but that's not what matters. I would place this shit in a solid something broke. I definitely broke a couple mouses, honestly. And just based off the sheer amount of hackers, I'm surprised my monitor didn't break as well. Last but not least, we have Pokemon. And for this game, I'm gonna place it in medium. A lot of you may be wondering why I decided to put Pokemon over Rocket Racing, Asphalt 9, and Halo Infinite. However, I would say it's fair just strictly off Terra typing. It really messed me up and it completely made me like rethink how I looked at Pokemon. Just because you see a Pokemon and you're so used to being a certain type, and then all of a sudden it's a different type, but you have to worry about the original attacks still. So it's this whole new clump of information I had to process, and it was honestly a pain. A lot of you guys may be wondering, why is the Subway Surfers logo and a Minecraft logo here? I completely forgot about this. However, I guess I placed Diamond on the Subway Surfers leaderboards, and if you go on YouTube, there's actually people that make Subway Surfer only content. I didn't really know about it. My one friend told me about it, and I was like, well, I guess I was Diamond, so fuck it. So, yeah, we're not actually going to talk about it. I'm just throwing it up there for numbers, because, you know, numbers look good. And then Minecraft, John reminded me of it when I was in Sevilla. We ended up being on a PvP leaderboard, so I would say fairly easy as well, but this is how I've decided to disperse the leaderboard, so I'm gonna reset it and we'll rate it from most fun. Okay, and now we're back. As for most fun and regret, I'm not gonna talk about them at all. However, Minecraft had most fun, and then Subway Surfers, we had a good time. But without further ado, let's jump into the actual ones. So as for Overwatch 2, I regret purchasing it. Honestly, I regret ever opening the game. Anytime I've ever been on the game, just regret. Terrible time, not good, thumbs down. If you tell me Overwatch 2 is your favorite game, I kind of give you the okay kind of look. But yeah, next up we have Asphalt 9, and I would say honestly I had a pretty good time. Overall, the graphics are really nice, and I open it and just play through the campaign sometimes when I'm bored and I don't know what to do. So overall, pretty great game. Following up, we have Rocket Racing, and unlike Asphalt 9, the graphics look like a mobile game. It runs worse than a mobile game in some aspects, being that Asphalt 9 literally is a mobile game. I would throw it as mid, honestly. It had space to improve. It wasn't regret, but it wasn't good. Like, they killed Rocket League and then just kind of gave me a liquid shit. It gave me a clouded video, so that we'll take it. Next up is CS2. Now, as for CSGO, it's in most fun. Without a question, CSGO was probably one of the most fun games I ever played. Now, on the other hand, when they took down CSGO and replaced it with liquid shit, I would have to put it on tolerable. The hacking issue, garbage. You can't do anything against hackers in higher elo. You literally can't go 3 games without running into a hacker on your team and the other team. When you get to 10k plus, it's literally just praying to God that the hacker's on your team. It's a miserable fucking experience. 20k is literally unplayable. If you hit like 30k legit within the first season 1, I give you my respects, but I'm not playing that game again until I find out that there's a good anti-cheat out. And even now, when they released Overwatch for us, people aren't stopping hacking. They're just fucking doing it less blatantly. They literally just have walls on till the ending of the game when it seems like they're about to lose, and then they just start rage cheating. I played 2 games at Premiere not even 2 weeks ago. I got my shit beamed by a hacker in both games. Thanks, but I'm good. Last but not least, we have Pokemon. And without a doubt, in my mind, I had the absolute most fun. There's nothing to say about it. Pokemon will always be my #1 game. If we were rating my like all-time games, it'd be like Pokemon, reluctantly COD, just because of where I came up off of. And then I would probably throw CS, Go, or honestly probably Minecraft. If there's one thing I learned from playing so many ranked games, it's that I definitely have a weaker mentality than most people. If it came to a situation where we would have lost like 4 or 5 rounds in a row, my mentality would be so shot that I just won't even want to play the rest of the game out anymore in some scenarios. And while I tried to work on that throughout this journey, it definitely didn't change that much in the grand scheme of things, so it's definitely something I need to work on for the future. But overall, if I had to give anyone some advice, it would be that you can only play for yourself. When it comes to a game, you can only put in about 50% of the actual match. 50% of the match is actually based on what you can input. Another 25% of it is just based on RNG and luck. And then the last 25 is your teammates and the enemy. So just always make sure to put in your 25%, and then sometimes it'll work out. Of course, if there's a hacker or smurf on the other team, those odds get a little shot in another direction. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. These are my ratings. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you agree or disagree, comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. I try to stream daily. Turn on post notifications for when I go live or upload. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
오늘 처음 만났었고 우린 낯설었고 언제 그랬냐는데 껴안은 채 아프단 말도 없이 난 처음이란 말로 어디로 가는지도 모르겠어 오늘 처음 만났었고 우린 낯설었고 언제 그랬냐는데 껴안은 채 괜찮단 말도 없이 난 어떻게든 될 거라고 난 그랬니
This is me losing to the rapids, take it back, moving ever faster. Check front, no, never going backwards. I peep whatever is disastrous.